Alright. Welcome back to From Overshadowed to Overpowered. Anime review, episode number 10. Still no confirmed episode count for this one. Yeah, it's kind of weird though. I would have thought by now we would have had a confirmed episode count, but still so far, nothing. Now, I'm not blaming Crunchyroll for this. This is not their fault. This is the studio's fault for this is like aside from One Piece Case Closed, this is the only anime that I'm currently watching that has no confirmed episode count. So I'm assuming we have 2 more to go. That's assuming. This episode is called Veiled Truth. So basically, FO wants to, because now that Alice is back, and of course Anastasia apologized to Genie. And it's like, she's like, okay, because Vec you stole, you can't come here without either one of those two anymore. Like, fine. And afterwards, basically, Ethel mentions that he's going to basically find a way to remove the seal from Anastasia's rear end, which means finding the contract spirit, the contract beast, and then he goes out to research. And then we have Ethel and Anastasia go into the treasure vault, where I think it was Anastasia actually open a box that causes them to both de-age to be kids, the genie disappearing, so they need to, find the book to restore it. Except that Marilyn took the books to the school, which they sneak in, and of course they have to ask Maria several times about stuff, and there's a joke, Anastasia calls Marilyn Old Lady Marilyn, which basically she's like, really? Yeah, Marilyn does not she is not like to be called old lady, despite the fact that she is stunning for being someone who's over 400 years old. So then, of course, they release straight to the office. They get the door, they unlock it, but they can't open the door without magic. And then they ask Maria to come back. First they call her old lady, and then I think it was Anastasia, big sis, and she loves being called big sis by these 2 little girls. And like, you sound a lot like basically Dean Marilyn. So they open the door, they find the book, a grimoire, but they can't open it because no magic. And of course she has back once again, and of course they find what they're looking for, this particular fruit. And they go, and apparently it's on the school ground, so Marilyn picks up Anastasia, puts her on her shoulders, grabs the stuff. They think, oh, maybe we should eat it. Try it, it's bitter. Then Ethel comes back, so kind of solves the problem by having them go to the hot springs with him, but thing, and of course restore both normal, and talk about basically, undoing the seal, and both Marilyn and Anastasia both stand up, and he basically is nervous, basically seeing both of them butt naked. And of course, Anastasia, despite the fact originally she was kind of basically Ethel's student, now she's a servant, now she's basically his student. And I'm like, dude, you have 2 beautiful women right in front of you who want you, dude. And he's like, and of course they discuss possibly about undoing the seal, and then they have dinner later. Now, he does ask Marilyn about the obvious question he found out back in episode 1. Why is magic weaker than when I was originally alive? Well, Marilyn explains. 10 years after his death, there was a Maga explosion. And this caused a magical ruin. It looked like some major city looked like it was covered in, and there was this monolith that appeared there. The top exploded for some reason after basically one day of being there. And this caused everybody to not be able to even use level 10 magic anymore. So Ethel is the only person in the entire world who actually knows level 10 magic. So that's the reason why. Basically a Manga explosion. I'm thinking, like, after 400 years, is it still being affected? Kind of. Here's what I think could be, aside from removing Anastasia Steele, I'd say this is probably Ethel's next plan. Try to fix the world's magic. I would not be surprised if, in fact, basically that's probably his next goal, is to fix the world's magic. But here's the question. Why would he wait 9 episodes in to basically figure this out? That's something I don't understand. The thing is, Anastasia probably would not know about it all, so basically ask Marilyn. Of course she would know about it. But otherwise, though, great episode. Can't wait for next episode to air next week. Now, like I mentioned, I am assuming this is 12 episodes. So it could be 2 more episodes to go, but the thing is, there is still no confirmed episode count for this one, which is odd. But who knows how long it's going to last for, but great episode overall. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. Next up is the Exile Night. Every night knows the games. Okay, thanks, you.